We are here. Are you ready to start the show then, Christine?
Yes.
Oh my goodness gracious. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Get Reelisms podcast. I am Adam Chase Rennie.
And I am Christine Chen.
Welcome one and all. Episode 108. That's crazy, guys. Already almost 110 episodes in, and we're in like Flynn.
That is pretty crazy.
It is. It is.
And we're in season 4, technically. We haven't made an official we're supposed to make an official like season 4 opening.
So can I ask you a question about seasons?
Yeah.
What's the point of them? I'm kidding. I'm not trying to be mean or facetious about it. I'm just trying to understand what the point with the intros and the audio, and it's like takes 10 minutes to just get to the actual episode.
Well, I mean,
it sets it up, yeah, but I mean, you know, we still talk about, you know, other shit too, and still movie stuff, you know. It's not I'm saying it's not hard to keep up. That's my point.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
but we'll still do the intro. This is season 4 for sure.
Okay, yeah. It is season 4, but I think it like sets up people's expectation of what content is in that, and they all have a theme, you know. And we do have a theme. Like season 1, our theme was fun employment. Season 2, we had a definite theme of being sheltered in place. Season 3 was a walls about Ursley, and then this one that we're doing right now is more just about people in filmmaking. Yeah. So okay. I think it's just themes. That's all.
Sure. Yeah. I love a good theme. Christine, shit's been going down in Austin town, right?
Yeah. So I find myself, like I said, in Texas. I like saying where I am because it's fun when I look back on the old podcast and realize.
Yeah, just don't dox yourself. Just don't give out your address, your social security number, your blood type,
pertinent details. But it's just fun because when I revisit old podcasts, I'm like, oh wow, I did that when I was in Virginia, or oh wow, I did that when I was on the set of this. So I think it's been fun because for me it's like a little audio journal, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, this weekend, this is still going on. Was the opening weekend of South by Southwest. And it was crazy because I haven't been at South by Southwest since it's shut down, basically. And I remember that when it was shut down, everybody thought it was a joke. It was South by Southwest is a really important film festival in Austin, Texas, especially to working filmmakers in Austin. Usually what happens is around November to February, things kind of shut down because of the holidays. And it's very what we call dry. There's not much work. Everybody's struggling. Everybody's putting their stuff on credit cards. And South by Southwest is the one time when, boom, you make back everything, you pay off your credit card debt, and you know, in a matter of a week or two. And so South by was always a godsend to all filmmakers, whether you're filming junkets, you know, on the red carpet, or shooting panels for South by Southwest, or for some brand or anything. South by Southwest is held a very special part in my heart, and it's something that I started attending in 2011 when I first moved to Austin, actually. And I've pretty much attended almost every one since then. The last few years, right before the pandemic, it started to slow down. I attended in other ways, more from a working standpoint than actually enjoying the festival itself. And then the pandemic hit, and then I hadn't been back. So it was nice to kind of be back. It was coincidental. I didn't expect that I would be here for South by. And I just happened that this is my last and only weekend from the set I'm on. So I'm actually in Waco, Texas, filming, which is an hour and a half away from Austin. And we have Saturday, Sunday off, but after this weekend, we only have Sundays off. And the problem is that, yes, sure, an hour and 30 doesn't sound like a lot to drive back and forth. It becomes 3 hours. And then on top of that, our end of the weeks are all overnights. So that's the biggest issue. So like, I definitely came from an overnight and went directly to South by. So that's
wild.
That's why I'm so tired. Yeah. So we ended our set on at 3 a.m. on so it's more of a split than overnight, but at 3 a.m. on Friday or Saturday morning. And then I took a nap, and then I had to promise to catch my friend's feature documentary by Olivia Kwan that was taking place at you had to get there at 10:45 a.m. To be able to secure a ticket. She did a doc called the Her-icanes, and I'm really glad I was able to make it because it was really awesome. I always love when I'm able to support other filmmakers' work. Also part of the theme of our podcast, and just see like how other people are surviving in the industry and how they're doing. And it's humbling to see your colleagues do excellent filmmaking, and to be able to be there to support, so yeah, I showed up, watched it, was blown away. And yeah, if anybody's at South by Southwest, I think they have like 2 more screenings, but it's called The Her-icanes by Olivia Kwan, and it's about the first women's football team. And the reason she just decided to do this film is because her mom was in this football team, which was founded in 76, in the 70s, so 1976 in Houston, Texas. I thought that was a super cool thing. Anyway,
and it's a short, you said?
No, it's a documentary feature.
Oh, documentary. Gotcha.
Yeah. So
wow.
And yeah,
That's
by
awesome.
my friend. Yeah, by a friend. More Roxy's friend, now my friend. So she's come to our like house parties and stuff, but she's usually a working DP, which is in itself also an accomplishment because there are still not many female DPs out there. So this is her directorial debut, and she rocked it. It was really nuts, and getting into South by Southwest is very, very difficult. So
I was about to say especially for documentary, that's awesome. Yeah. That's amazing.
Yeah, it was so good. I really enjoyed watching it, and yeah. And then I spent my one day at South by, which consisted of me just running into random people like all over the place. People mainly being surprised that I was there, or why I was in Austin or whatnot. So that was fun. Also ran into our lead actor for our film that I'm ADing. So so that was fun too. He's like, I see you, I know you. Yeah, I'm like, why are you here? Why are you here? And yeah, and then drove home today. Had some crawfish with another photography creator friend. And then drove back to Waco, and here I am back in Waco. So about to do some laundry and prepare for another week of our feature film that I'm editing. So yeah, here Waco, Texas. How about you? How's your weekend? Did you partake in any South by Southwest events or are working?
I did work, but not at South by. It was another shoot, which for some reason, like my friend who works in the industry, he works in the art department, and he had this like short film that he wanted to do. And I told him, yeah, this was like a month ago. And he texted me like the other day, and he was like, hey man, this weekend, like I have this thing going on, so do you want to come? And I'm like, sure, without at all thinking like it's South by. So I literally got into the craziest amount of traffic trying to get across town. Yeah. So I like it. Usually I'm like 30 minutes there, or like 25, usually 30, give
Yeah.
or take. It took me an hour and 15 minutes to just get there.
Did you Uber, or do you have a car now?
I don't have a car. I'm borrowing like other people's car and my mom's car. So
Okay.
it's, you know, and I'm renting cars, and I had a rental at that time too. So I was like, fuck it. If I have this car, I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna use it. And currently I'm carless, but at least, you know, there are people who are willing to loan me shit. And also, you know, my mom's like, yeah, I'm not doing anything. You don't bother me as much. Fine, you know. Yeah, so it's not really anything crazy, but yeah, a lot of people I know have been working South by, and it's been an absolute riot. It's been
I heard it
like,
hasn't been great, as crazy as previous years in terms of amount of jobs and
I've heard it's been nuts.
Oh,
like
really?
around like those like main theaters like on Congress, Independent,
like,
and the other one next to it,
I ran into Carly. She was
friend of the show. How's she doing?
She's good. She was working press, not as a press person, but like helping out press basically for an IMDb event type thing.
Wow, good for her.
15 minutes to where I came and met her up, where she had to go collect something at another location. So I walked with her to the W to get whatever she needed to collect for her client, and walked back. And it was funny because true to our it's becoming a tradition. We first met in the restroom of the JW. I was like, wow, this is like us on set, where we just have a meeting at the PMO.
Yeah.
But that's when you know you're good friends. You can catch up within whatever the casual walk from one location to another location, the restroom from location. So, and then I met up, of course, afterwards when she was off. But but other than that, it's been good. The set's been really nice. It definitely is a shock to your system, of course, always. We haven't worked in a while in that capacity, and then you're on set, and then you're like, wow, everything hurts, and I'm tired, yada yada. So I will definitely be going to bed early today. But no, it's fun. It's a good crew, and I was trying to get Alex Walker to come to the podcast. He'll do it next weekend, I think, because he had to. So
are you sure he does not like being in front of camera?
It's just podcast. Yeah, it'll be fine. He'll be fine. He said he was fine.
Okay, fair enough.
He do it today because he has to do some shot listing and stuff. But
yeah, that's no worries.
But
nothing wrong with a you and I podcast,
right?
Unless you hate me that much. Jesus.
I convinced him. You know, I'm doing a short, right? Like
yeah.
So,
right after this feature you're doing, right?
Yeah, exactly. So
I mean, you're not gonna stop. You just, you know, once the work flows in, the work flows. But that's the thing, though. I like it when another job comes in along the way, just so you have that sense of security. Yeah, at least for me.
Yeah, well, this one is just because like the equipment's there, and the producers were like, well,
and you're there
for a few days. It's just going to sit there. If you are able to write something real quick, we'll help you. And, you know, I'm always up for an opportunity. So I'm like, yes, most definitely. So I wrote 9-page, almost 10 page script, mainly as dialogue. It all takes place in technically 3 locations, but the 3 locations are living room, bedroom, outside of the house. So same location. And meant to, if I wanted to be enthusiastic about it, definitely could be shot in a day, but I'm shooting it in 2 so I can have time to play with fun circle tracks and stuff like that.
Ooh, cool.
Yeah, that'll be fun. And I've been able to convince my buddy Alex to co-shoot it basically. So that'll be nice, like for old time's sakes, basically. So, but I was chatting with my friend Michelle today, who's the photographer, and she was really stoked about this. She's like, "Oh, that's good to hear that, like, you try to build in these ways of just being creative for the creativity's sake." And I'm like, yeah, you kind of have to, just to keep your creativity alive, type thing. And not every project can be an epic project, you know. There's unless you just have endless resources, but I don't. So it's nice when I can do. I've coined the term that these are quick fire challenges, basically. Low stress, low stakes, low resource usage, and time sink. And it's more mainly to like practice something. And in this case, it was like, how can I do something that's like this is a little bit like 12 Angry Men, like, where it's
I love 12 Angry Men.
Yeah, so it's the idea of like, I mean, how 12 Angry Men manages to captivate you is pretty amazing, considering that it is literally in one freaking location the whole time with 12 people talking all at once. But it's all within the dialogue, the stories, and the beats and stuff like that. And so this is a little bit like that. 5 people sitting around a table, and it's a game, and not a trial, but it's a game. And can I manage to keep people interested, despite the simplicity of stuff? And I find that simplicity is harder sometimes, doing something well when it's simple. Right. So I see Kelly. Hi, Kelly.
What up, dude?
Yeah.
By the way, we got to get her back on the podcast. This is it's been too long. It's been over the threshold that we need old friends to come back again.
Yes. Well, when I'm wrapped from this project and I actually have like time to do, I'd be a fun in-person one, because I haven't even hung out with Kelly yet.
I'm hoping that I would like to do to like have it here for some of the episodes, but that's just everyone's schedule, and then I gotta clean this stupid house. So we'll talk about it later. But I wanted to talk about the short film again for a second.
Okay.
You said that, like, because I think we talked about this before when you mentioned that having limited resources, or at least like the resources that you have in terms of this moment in this opportunity, it's way better creatively for you. Just gives you that level of not restriction, but at least a limited capacity to go out of bounds. Because like you said, if it's just like an endless budget, where the fuck do you begin? So find that interesting.
It's a fun exercise. I treat it like an exercise,
Yeah.
Kelly, Jason, and I used to do these a lot, what we call quickfire challenges, but usually it would be for some contest of some sort, or and I think once we made like a little short that mimicked like Twilight Zone, and that was super fun. I've never shot anything in that style before, and so that was like, for me, like a nice exercise, and it took very little time, half a day, a few hours of shooting in a day, and someone else's time, and the edit and everything, and it turned out really great. One of my favorite little bumpers that went on to show at Fantasia Film Festival was also one of those things, a little quick fire challenge. And the challenge was like, make a 30-second bumper that celebrates the number 20 in honor of the 20th year of the Fantasia Film Festival. And same thing. Jason's like, wouldn't it be funny if someone pulls their head off? And that became literally what it was for the little bumper. And again, a few hours shoot, you know, for me, a few days of posts, and there was that, and something you're proud of, you know. So I love these little exercises. I mean, it's to an extent similar to like the 48-hour film challenge,
I was
you
going
know,
to bring
before
that
you
up.
go
Yeah.
through. Exactly. And I like these things because I don't know. You know, a lot of people say, oh, when you do the 48-hour film challenge, nothing ever good comes out of it. And I don't think so. I think that's not true.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
I think you can come out with some really creative stuff, and then the biggest thing is like you could that's when you can tell the pros from the non-pros, you know,
Totally.
because it's like, can under pressure, under with limited resources, limited everything, can you create something compelling, you know? And I think that's a fun thing to do, you know. I wish there was a way that they would do that with like the great filmmakers, you know, like there should be a show where it's like Steven Spielberg, Tim Burton, you know, all these people, they have one day to make something and it's not unlimited budget. It's like for free, basically. Like, see what they come up with. I
That
would
would be
love
a cool, that
Wouldn't
would
that
be a
be
cool
cool?
festival too.
That would just be, yeah, exactly. I just think that'd be just a fun thing
Yeah.
to see how their brains work, you know?
Just
So
give them like such a tight, limited budget, and
yeah,
then
well, the same location. Everybody has to use
same
the same.
location, all that. Yeah.
Yeah,
That
I
would be
think that should
cool.
be a thing. Yeah, dude, same location. Maybe just say same location,
I
same
had I
whatever.
I had like an idea for like an anthology series, sort of like what the way Twilight Zone is, where it's like it's all different episodes.
Yeah.
I had an idea for like an anthology where it's just like gifted like filmmakers like just only film in their hometown with like the most limited budget where you're born in, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and just film all your childhood like memories, just like everything, just it's like like just going down memory lane, like literally, you know,
Hmm.
just having your own limited time and your own intimate way of telling your childhood story,
Hmm.
you know. And it would
Yeah.
just be, or like get other filmmakers to like make other short films around that town, or at least towns around that, you
Yeah.
know, because a lot of people I found out love like how passionate they are with their hometown. It's kind
Mm.
of like, I know this is super random, but like I was just listening to a podcast and like how people really like get so stricken with their like people in their like 50s and 60s who are like, oh my God, I would pay $10 million for the rest of my life to buy my old childhood home. You know,
That's
people
crazy.
get, that is crazy. That is crazy
That's
because
interesting.
huh?
It's interesting because it goes the same way with this. I think in some films there's that concept of like, I won't move no matter what. The Ireland, like, this is my home, this is my land, this is my country, you know, that it's the same kind of feel of like that loyalty to something, um almost because you identify with that land, or there's such a strong identification of who you are
Mm-hmm.
because of that. I've never, I guess because I've moved so much, I've
Mm.
never had that strong like sense of this place represents me type thing. But for a lot of people
You never
who
had a place where you made like so many friends and like you've made like, well, not so many, but like have relationships with people and maybe like close friends, maybe even family that you feel like closest to certain hometown.
I mean, Austin for sure. I
Yeah.
think I'm just thinking, maybe Colorado, but I think the thing with Colorado was I was just a kid and I was living with my parents, and so much of my life was defined by what my parents wanted for me, that I don't know how many of those decisions made were actually my decisions versus the decisions I made because my parents wanted me to make those decisions.
Right.
But because of that, I think that is why I don't have such a strong connection, a legitimate connection, emotional connection to a place or something until like I started to make my own decisions. And I didn't really even feel that in Houston when I was in undergrad and was starting to come into my own and stuff like that. I think really I started to feel that when I was in Austin, because that's when I like, had, I don't know, I had legitimate good friends, and then I established my career there, and then like I switched and upgraded different housing. I don't know. It's just yeah. So I mean,
it was a better environment, and it got you to creatively express who you are.
Right. But I mean, do you have a place where
that's the thing.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I guess my parents are like that. Taiwan. But that's different. They grew up there. It would be like me moving from the US going to live in London.
Yeah.
And that's a little bit different, I guess. I'm just trying to think, like, do you know anybody who's like, I want to know my house that I grew up with and I want to spend.
Yeah, my fam. Well, here's the thing with me and like memories and stuff. I always remember the shitty moments. Always. I've always liked that, and I feel like some of those shitty moments, those like not fucked up things that happened to me, but relatively speaking, that weren't really great, especially but it called to how I was growing up. As dark as they are, they do. It made me who I am today, and and going back to the childhood, like home is more of like a full circle moment of me controlling my destiny and understanding that like, oh, I'm so much bigger than this. And I know these memories were real to me, although all I was doing was dissociating from that. Like I just thought, oh, okay, I'm just going to suppress. And I realized that like with that came moments of my life where you don't need to do that, or your feelings are valid, or another time where, the going got tough for you. You got betrayed, you got denied, you got whatever, but show the growth from that. You know what I mean? And understand that like you can come full circle with the trials and tribulations of your life, and know that you've become the end of that hero's journey where you've returned home completely changed, but still maintain the same person who you were when you were a kid, stepping outside, kicking a soccer ball down the street, or playing, with your or at least with me, like skateboarding, bombing down a hill every time I go to school, thinking like I'm so fucking cool, like just stupid shit like that made me who I am. And even the shitty ones too. I'm like, oh man, I remember when I got beat the shit out of in that playground and shit like that. Like there's it. I mean, of course, like saying is like, oh my God, that's fucking horrible. It's like, yeah, but those were my memories. That was my time. And yeah, they were hurtful then, but I mean, I don't know how else I would be without it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how else I would be without scraping my knee or, fucking up my arm, bombing down a hill. And I like I remember that shit. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, that was a time when I quit skateboarding, like that was like, that's those are the great memories for me. But like so many people, especially around like my friends, they all don't like that. They're all just like, I want to leave. I want to get away from that stupid fucking town. And it's just like, yeah, but I mean, I don't know. Like I like coming full circle with shit like that.
Yeah.
Okay. But that being said, though, I could be going back to my old town and be like, this is a shithole. I hate it. Like there's a movie theater in my hometown that I love so much called Chapeau Cinema in Castro Valley. And it was just like it's like super east of Bay Area. And And there's this like just small one screen movie theater at Chabot. It's called Chabot Cinema. And I remembered like all of the like crazy films in the early 2000s when I went there. Like my sister snuck me into the into that movie theater to see Resident Evil, the first Resident Evil film. And I wanted to watch it so because we were both huge fans of the game. Had nothing to do with the game. Had nothing to do with any of that shit, but it was like still such an amazing moment to just have have my just be there with like my sister snuck me in, you know, to watch this movie when I'm not even supposed to. It's like one of the first memories of me, you know, breaking the law. You know?
That's cute.
So it's great, you know. Those memories are something.
Yes.
But you know, even the shitty ones, you find that sometimes, you know, you can't help but to think that that's probably made you who you are.
Sure.
You know?
How old were you?
At the Resident Evil came out. I'm trying to remember. It's like early 2000s, like 2001. I must have been like 7 or 8.
That definitely is questionable. Yeah.
2002. Yeah. Oh, and then no. I'm sorry. I snuck into the movie theater 2004, so I was 10. I was 10 years old.
Yeah.
And my sister did the very illegal thing of sneaking me into a movie theater because I was so excited for Resident Evil.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, I just thought that would be a neat idea, even exploring like the you know, the memories that ideally would make somebody sad, but I mean, at least in the eyes of a filmmaker who feel like that's made them who they are, they can make something interesting with it. You know, I just thought that'd be cool.
That's cool. Yeah. But,
anyways, enough about me. Jesus.
No. How close are you? How's your writing process right now?
It's good. I mean, you know, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. But there's something we can talk about. Are you watching the Oscars tonight?
Oh, I don't think I am. Well, I'm not sure.
I never do either. I haven't in the last 5 years.
Yeah, usually I just go and look at the highlights. But that is something good to talk about. Because
let's just talk about the nominees. You know,
yeah, because I did watch quite a lot of the films that are nominated. I
really
do try to do that. Mm-hmm.
Me too.
Yeah.
So we could talk about that if you got a little bit of time.
Yeah, let's do
like
that.
half an hour ish.
Yeah, I like that. I mean,
okay.
Do you have a list of all the nominated?
Yeah, I do. Here, let me share my screen then.
I'm pulling it up too.
You'll pull it up? Cool.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at the best picture, so I guess we could just start there.
Sure,
right?
That's
a big kahuna. You
Correct.
know.
Yes, best picture. I wish there was an easy way on the site.
I can just screen share it if that's just easier.
Oh yeah, that's probably better. We probably should do that. Anyway.
It just blocks our dumb little faces. That's why.
So yes, so we're talking about the cat. No, this is fun. Because I want to know what you think.
Yes. Here,
I have some fairly strong opinions.
Tell me if you see this.
Yes. Okay. All right. Best picture. So the nominees for best picture are Top Gun, Maverick, Everything Everywhere All at Once, Triangle of Sadness, All Quiet on the Western Front, Elvis, Women Talking, The Banshees of Inisherin, The Fabelmans, Avatar, The Way of Water, and Tar. Damn, that's really hard to say. I've watched all of those films. I would say for me personally, I would go with Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Yeah, me too.
Because of how unique of a film it is. I don't think there's anything quite like it. And I think I was on a lot of things. I think at least I feel like stop it. I feel like Oscar films and what makes it best picture should be something that you've never seen before, or that transcends filmmaking, or and I just think that on multiple fronts, both in the fact that it stars a primarily, Asian cast, and it's also in a different language, and it's incredibly unique with the multiverses. I just think that it is the place. I think that's where it's going to go. Now, I'm trying to think of a second runner-up for that. You know what? All Quiet on the Western Front was an incredibly depressing but incredibly well.
It's so sad. Yeah.
It's so sad. It's a war film. It is done incredibly well. I thought that was amazing. I thought Avatar: The Way of the Water was visually stunning.
Visually, yes.
Yeah.
I will give that to you 100%. Now, in talks of the story, how do you feel?
I mean, the story was ridiculously simple.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
and maybe a 3.5 hours is a tad too long. Maybe.
Well, it was because I feel like it was for the purpose of seeing the world,
Sure.
But I mean, the Banshees of Inisherin, I thought was like very unique once you understand the what the metaphor is. I think that was a great film. But I mean, like, what are your picks, your top three?
I mean, top three. Yeah, I mean, All Quiet on the Western Front. Yeah, I don't know. It's just like it is a good film, but it's a story that, like, because I read this story in high school.
Yeah.
And it was so sad, and they adapted it quite well. Like for an adaptation, it was like very well done, as opposed to like Harry Potter. Like there's some looseness with it. Not with this one, I don't think. Like All Quiet on the Western was pretty fucking true to the book, and I was very shocked. My number one is Everything Everywhere. I that film breaks every single boundary, and the fact that, like, even the VFX, as opposed to James Cameron's Way of Water, I don't know, man. Like, the VFX were amazing. And just to top it all off, it was done by 5 filmmakers who've done all the VFX for that film.
That's nuts.
That's fucking crazy, dude. Meanwhile, there's like a
million people,
1,000 people, for Way of Water. Not to say that it was horrible. No, it's still good. It's still innovative for sure. It's just
different kind of film. Yeah.
Boy, oh boy. Yeah. I'm
gonna plug in my phone really quick because it's going.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, bye.
Yeah, I'll keep talking.
Keep going.
So I've seen all of them. Yeah, I've seen all of them. I barely remember Triangle of Sadness, though. I hate to say. I know it's a funny film, but whatever. Top Gun was cool. It's just another, it's another Tom Cruise action film. I mean,
it was really well done.
It was very well done, but it's another Tom Cruise film. I mean, like, I'm not saying it's a bad movie. It's a good movie, but it's Tom Cruise. It's just Tom Cruise being fucking Tom Cruise,
Yeah.
Women Talking was great. I did enjoy that. That was very, like, thought provoking for me.
Yeah.
In the same way that Tar was too. Tar was also, and
did you like Tar?
Tar was crazy.
I hated Tar.
You hated it? Why did you hate it?
I literally could not stand that movie.
Really?
Yeah. So I'm actually very curious about what it is that you enjoyed about Tar, because I could not stand that movie.
The thing that I only enjoyed about it was Cate Blanchett's performance, which is like fucking, like, she's dynamite, dude. She's just like, she's the queen. And she literally played Queen Elizabeth too. The story the story went all over the place. Like the story was a little crazy, but I wouldn't have put that in my top 3.
I mean, structurally, I just thought that, like, I mean, they spent like 15 minutes with 2 people talking with this boring ass dialogue describing the accomplishments and stuff about the person that they're talking. It was like boring. Yeah. I don't know. I
guess the why I found it fascinating is because they spoke of just like utter passion for that, and the actors made it believable, especially Kate's character made it very believable that she is like, composition is like math, science, philosophy, everything about life just culminating all together, and so hearing them talk about it is fascinating. But I'm curious, like what else was there that bothered you about Tar?
I thought the dialogue was extremely bloated. I thought it was a film.
It was a little pretentious.
Yeah, it was so pretentious. I thought it was something that could be done in like an hour and 30 minutes. And I get it. It's talking about the misuse of power, but it was, I don't know. It was just so boring.
It was boring. Yeah. No, I feel it. Yeah. You've seen The Fabelmans then?
Yes. The Fabelmans.
I thought that was fucking, it's like Steven Spielberg, like fucking just flexing, bro. Yeah. It is good. It is like, really good. Yeah. It even caught me a couple of times off guard, as like a little dude, like with a, who used my sister's camcorder every time that I could get a chance and stuff, just to film whatever, it played on my heartstrings a little bit.
Fabelmans was good.
Fabelmans was good. Elvis. Now, Elvis, I will say, is bad. It is bad. It is not good.
I thought Elvis was better than Tar.
Really interesting. Yeah, it's the other way around for me.
I just thought Elvis was at least entertaining. Tar was not at all. Yeah.
Visually, it may be, but it's the same thing for The Way of Water. The story is as someone who knows Elvis, like, and knows that even the dark history, they didn't even fucking touch anything. And also, he stole a lot of music from Black people, and he really took many of their songs from real talented blues artists and just took it and ran with it. Just like made their own renditions and basically claimed it for himself. Like there's definitely like fucked up parts about Elvis. And they also didn't show when Elvis became a deputized police officer. Now that I wanted to see, because he was pulling people over all the fucking time in his limousine. He would literally like turn on a police light and throw it on top of his limousine to pull people over. He asked his driver, "Hey, pull this person over."
That's crazy.
He would pull them over for like broken taillights or some shit like that. It's awesome. So yeah, they barely scratched the surface of what Elvis's story was. And even then it was just like, it was okay. And I don't know what Tom Hanks was thinking about playing a Dutch dude, but Dutch people don't be sounding like that. I'm sorry. Dutch people do not be sounding like that.
Yeah, his that wasn't his strongest performance for sure.
It was just like, and I was excited too.
It was a distracting performance, and it's like they really wanted to put him in there a lot because it's Tom Hanks. But it took away from the actual story of Elvis completely. Yeah.
Well, the Colonel did play like a really important role in Elvis's upbringing Elvis's rise to fame, for sure. But the way they portrayed him and how he was kind of like the through line, I guess, of Elvis's career, and like he was in the beginning of the film and then he was in the end of the film. It's just like it was too much. Okay, well, speaking of actors, let's go to Best Actor.
So I haven't seen Living or After Sun, so I can't speak to those.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen After Sun either. I did see Living.
Okay. However, I know, but the buzz and everything, and having seen the film, I do feel like Brandon Fraser will probably get it.
Oh, yeah. I was about to ask. I was like, it's hands down Brendan Fraser, right? Like this is it'd be silly for him not to
right.
not to win.
So despite so that's what I'm saying. My I didn't see Living or that, but given the buzz and given having seen the film, the Whale, like I feel like he will get it. For Best Actress, I didn't see To Leslie. That's the only one I didn't see. I really think that Michelle should get it, but it'll probably be like Michelle or maybe Cate Blanchett. No.
Oh, Michelle. Okay. You're not saying Michelle Williams. Yeah.
Sorry, Michelle Yeoh. My bad.
Yeah. Have you seen Blonde, by the way?
I did.
You did? What did you think of it?
So I regret I'm glad I watched it, but I was not impressed by the film. And part of it is that so much of it was very fictionalized. And it seemed like it was made by somebody who had interesting sexual like fantasies about Marilyn Monroe herself and exaggerated them or made up stuff about it. So it's extremely misleading because of that. Also, there seemed to be an undertone of a pro-rights messaging in there as well. So not undertone, like throughout the thing, extremely obvious, on the nose pro-rights messaging. It was just, I don't know, overall
pro-rights in terms of
sorry,
what?
I meant not non-abortion. Was it
pro-choice?
Pro-life.
Oh, it's pro-life. Interesting. Yeah. No, I got that. I got that for sure. It's just, it was too glorified for me. It was just everything was like, especially like
the rape scenes, everything.
Yeah. Well, also like they didn't show like what I wanted to see, like, because she took her roles very seriously, Marilyn Monroe, and like we never really saw her really be like a, pardon my French, but boss ass bitch. And she was, she really was. As far as people want to make these, stories and shit, the true story of Marilyn is it's dark, but like it's also like quite cathartic for people who are, trying to make it in this industry, I guess, I don't know. I liked Ana de Armas for sure. I thought she did fine.
She did pretty okay. Although I think the only thing for me was that I definitely heard her Latin accent come out a lot.
A little bit.
Yeah. So
I mean, yes, I'm agreeing with you. I think it should go to Michelle Yeoh for sure. International films, I gotta admit, I've only seen All Quiet.
All Quiet, same.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know much about
songs. Animated features, I haven't seen, except for Pinocchio.
I have only seen Pinocchio. Oh, I've seen Turning Red. I feel like I've seen Marcel the Shell as well.
Turning Red, is that the
That's the Asian one about
Disney one? Yeah, okay. Yeah, then I've seen
that.
It
Was fantastic.
That was awesome. I remember this. This was awesome. I like this one.
I think that's the one that's going to win because of the topic as well. It's
totally.
Yeah. So we'll see. I really enjoyed
Pinocchio was great too, because it's the true story of like Pinocchio, like an accurate, like during Nazi or not Nazi, fascist Italy, like fascist, like super, like super fascist Italy back in World War II. Marcel was I haven't seen Marcel actually.
It's super cute. Yeah.
Okay. Actresses, supporting actresses. Jamie Lee Curtis was hilarious in Everything Everywhere. She's just always dynamite. She's awesome. Angela Bassett. Have you seen Wakanda Forever?
Yeah.
Really, she stole the show. I mean, I'm shocked they put her in supporting. I would have put her in
the lead.
In the lead, yeah.
Yeah. Was she the queen? Wait.
Yeah, she was a queen.
It was a queen. Yeah, she was fantastic.
Yeah, she was phenomenal. Yeah, she was part of the main actors, in my opinion. But I mean, I guess.
Yeah, this one's hard
and
for me.
Stephanie Sue. That doesn't make any sense. I wouldn't have put her in supporting.
Yeah.
Is she a supporting?
Yeah, I mean, she's not number one for sure. Michelle Yeoh is, so that's.
But she was like the antagonist too, in a way.
Yeah, no, I could see her being supporting. This is interesting. I wonder. The supporting one's hard, because
supporting is really weird.
Yeah, Carrie Condon was really good too in the Banshees of Inisherin, and
yeah, she was
really, really, really good as well. This one, I don't know. This one I'm gonna have to say I'm not sure. It could go many ways.
It can, because I mean, yeah, it's either Angela Bassett, Jamie, or Carrie Condon, because I do really like Stephanie, but like I don't understand why she wouldn't be in the main, the main actors, but whatever. Right. It doesn't matter. Yeah. It's the Hollywood Foreign Association, Christine. I mean, they're out of their minds all the time. We love the film industry. Please hire us.
Yes. I haven't seen any live action short films, which
I haven't seen any of the shorts either.
I haven't been able to.
Which is crazy, because Alfonso Cuarón made a short film, which is crazy. Yeah. It's kind of cool.
I usually watch the live actions. I haven't gotten a chance to.
All right, best director now. Now we can wrap this one up with best
everything
director.
Everywhere all at once.
Yeah, sure. Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely Everything Everywhere All at Once, because I don't see any other. I mean, Steven Spielberg, come on. You know what I mean? Like the man's coming out his ears with Oscars,
Yeah. Best supporting actor, I really think it's going to be Kwan.
Brendan Gleeson. Oh, yeah. Okay.
He was fantastic. Yeah.
I thought he would be one of the main characters. That's crazy. Or main actors.
Lead actor, right.
Lead actor, yeah. But I mean, that wouldn't have been fair too, because then it clearly Brendan Fraser's going to sweep that. There's no way. Yeah. He for sure for best supporting actor, 100%.
I haven't seen. We might have to skip through some of this stuff because I haven't seen documentary features, adapted screenplays. Oh, Glass Onion. I feel like All Quiet on the Western Front might get it, or Women Talking. Yeah. For adapted screenplays.
You know what's so funny too?
I love Glass Onion though, but I don't know.
It's not technically an adaptation if it's your own franchise, right?
That's why I'm confused about. Yeah. I thought it was original script, but
yeah, I would have given him original script. But speaking of original scripts, what we got? We got Fabelmans, Everything Everywhere, Tar, Banshees, and Triangle of Sadness.
So I mean, Everything Everywhere All at Once is a very original.
They're sweeping. I feel like Everything Everywhere is just going to sweep this entire award show.
Yeah.
I did like. Yeah, man, that's not a lot this year, huh? Of like original screenplays. That's actually kind of wild.
Mm. Yeah.
All right, man. Well, I think we're basically there. I mean, there's visual effects. That's Avatar. Come on,
Avatar.
You'd be out of your mind if they don't win.
Definitely. Original score. That was
original score. Cool. John Williams, is gonna win. I mean,
the Fabelmans, yeah.
Yeah, come on. Like, well, actually,
Babylon was so good.
You like Babylon?
Yeah. You didn't like it?
It was fine.
I thought Babylon was a better movie than Tar.
It's a little over presumptuous with the cocaine use, but
sure. But I thought that was a better film than Tar.
Oh, yeah. I think I can agree with that. I think, I mean, it wasn't, I wasn't completely bored at certain points. It was,
Best cinematography, I think
there's
it's
a
gonna be
lot.
All Quiet on the Western Front.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Empire of Light though, so no, I did see it.
I never seen
wasn't
Empire
very
Light,
good.
but it's Roger Deakins. I mean,
Yeah.
hasn't
it looked
Roger
good, but it
Deakins won?
wasn't a great film. Yeah.
Right. Have you seen Bardo too?
No.
Okay. Yeah, that was it's by the same dude who made Birdman and The Revenant.
Yeah.
Cinematographer. It wasn't bad in that film, actually. Now that I think about it. Yeah, it wasn't bad at all. Yeah.
Let's see your best makeup and hairstyling. I feel like it's gonna end up being The Whale because of his prosthetics.
Mhm.
But I mean, Wakanda has some incredible stuff too. That one's hard. I don't know. That's a Roxy question.
It's a Roxy question for sure.
Yeah.
Costume.
I haven't seen some of those. I'm just gonna say Wakanda just because that's all I remember seeing.
I mean, yeah.
Film editing is everything everywhere all at once. The editing on that one's nuts.
It is. Yeah. That is
It's gotta be that. Like the editing on that was unreal.
Dude, it's like an atlas to edit everything everywhere. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Production design.
All Quiet on the Western
I'd say All
Front.
Quiet. Yeah. Just well, Babylon was just like old Hollywood crazy big. That's just that's basically what it was. All Quiet on the Western Front did their due diligence to make sure the weapons, the maps they were using, and every, like, even the trenches looked like crazy gross. Like it's crazy. Fableman, whatever. Who cares? And then best sound.
I mean, it's hard not to it's usually best sound in war movies is hard to beat. Yeah. Just there's so much stuff that has to go into with all the firing and the shots and the bombs and all that stuff. It just usually I feel like war movies just end up winning them. Yeah.
Top Gun was pretty crazy too with its
stuff, all the planes and stuff. Yeah.
Like, especially in the theater too. Like it, like the sound literally like feels like it's flipping behind you and shit. It's pretty wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. There. Well, then we did it, folks. We went through all the 95th Academy. God damn, they're so old. The 95th Academy Award nominees. Wow. 95 years, Christine. That's too fucking long. That's ridiculous. Anyways, all right, man. That's been the show. I gotta go. Christine's gotta go. Was there anything else you want to talk about, Christine, before we head out of here and say our goodbyes? All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is a film podcast. This is the Get Reelisms podcast. Let's be real. Pick up the books today. If you haven't, come on. Show a little bit of love. You know what to do. GetReelisms.com. Pick up your book. Pick up a t-shirt if you want. I'm rocking this. It's nice and smooth. It's so soft. It's great. Hugs your tummy nicely. So good. I love it. Pick up all that, please, at GetReelisms.com. We will hopefully be here next week. But until then, goodbye.
Peace out.
Peace out. Instagram.
Bye.
Thank you, Facebook. We love you. Bye.